Hello, my name is Sarah. Today I'm going to be working on a project with you that has been inspired by the Ferox exhibition at the CCA. So the artist Kieran, who did the exhibition, references stomachs quite a lot in his works. In one area he talks about a polluted loch in Donegal, and the fish in that loch had to have their stomach contents investigated to see what they had been eating. In a second part of the exhibition, Kieran looks at his late father's stomach operation, which was a really groundbreaking operation that he had done. So for our project today, we are going to talk about and illustrate the human stomach. So I would like us to work in groups of 3 or 4. And in the groups, first of all, we'll start having discussions, and then I would like you to illustrate this stomach. But I'll run through the contents of what we've sent you in a while. But first of all, I would just like you to start thinking about the different functions of the human stomach. So whether that's the biological function, working as a muscle to break down food that goes into your body, or if it's the emotional side. So your brain and your stomach are very closely connected, which is why you often feel emotions in your stomach. And you've probably heard of terms like butterflies in your stomach or knots in your stomach, and they are closely connected to emotions. So we're just going to drop in a few images first from Kieran's exhibition, and then after that we'll go through the contents of the packs that you've been sent. So in your packs today, you're going to receive an A3 illustration of the stomach, some dried pasta, some bunches of string, colourful tissue, a bunch of colourful yarn, some iridescent plastic, and glue, and you'll probably need a pencil and some scissors as well to complete the task. So I've just cleared the materials to one side just to show you the illustration of the stomach here. So this is the esophagus going down into the main stomach, and this is the part that we're going to illustrate today just based on our discussions. So the stomach is a mixer inside the human body, mixing together all of the food that comes down through the esophagus. And your body makes enzymes in the digestive system. And the enzymes are used to help your body to break down all of the food that comes into the body. So I'm just going to quickly drop in an image now to show you an illustration of enzymes. So I've added these colourful yarns into the pack today just because I thought it was a good way of illustrating the enzymes based on the image that I've just shown you. So I'm going to start with these and also the dried food, which will just represent the food that goes into our stomachs. So I think to begin with, I'm just going to glue down a few pieces of the pasta. You might need to leave these quite a while before lifting the page, just because obviously the heavier items will take a bit longer to dry and stick. But I'm going to just put a few of these on just to illustrate the food in the stomach. Now around the stomach, I think I'm going to have some of the colourful enzymes attached, and these are going to be surrounding the food and breaking it down to turn it into energy. So think about your stomach as well, the noises that it makes whenever you're hungry. Can you make those noises? So I'm just continuing to lay some of these yarns down just to illustrate the enzymes, and just adding a little bit of colour to your illustration. I thought these were nice because of the nice squiggly lines they created on the illustration that I showed you. Okay, leave that for now for the enzymes. Next, I'm going to think about the emotions and feelings that you can feel in your stomach. You'll often hear sayings like butterflies in your stomach or knots in your stomach when you're feeling nervous or you're feeling sad or afraid. So I am going to maybe look at illustrating some butterflies in the stomach first of all. So I think that's a nice kind of thought. Have you ever felt butterflies? And when do you feel them? Is it when you're excited or happy, or when you're scared or nervous? I'm just going to do a few little colourful tissue butterflies. I'm going to start by folding the paper. Just like that, and then you can give it a little twist in the middle. I'll just secure the middle and then open out the wings. And it's totally up to you how you illustrate butterflies. If you even do illustrate butterflies, maybe there are some other feelings or emotions that you want to illustrate. I'm going to do a few of these little butterflies and I can stick them on, but we'll maybe mix up the colours. Another twist, and then open up the wings. I'll just glue these down. And just remember to let the glue dry properly before you lift up your page, because everything could just tumble off if it hasn't dried properly. So other emotional feelings that you can feel in your stomach, like we were saying, are knots. So maybe you want to illustrate it with just tying some knots on a piece of string. So I'm going to add in some little knots on the string here, just to represent the feeling of worry when you have knots in your stomach. And the last thing I would like to illustrate is the idea of the nervous system being part of our stomach. And I like using this film because of the noise it makes. Just cut off a little piece of it. If you scrunch up this film, it makes a really nice noise, which reminds me of the nervous system. So I'm just going to scrunch this up and put that on as the last little part of the illustration. So in your groups, we'd love you to have a go at this. Remember that the discussions you have as a group are as important as the illustration that you produce. See if you can come up with anything that I haven't talked about today. So any feeling or function that the stomach has that we haven't discussed. And we'd love to see what you come up with.